generation, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't right it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound it surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bump it. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene, the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Wait, that 53!
Mike 54! Check, 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 check.
Alert!
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 43. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
On second and 12, Ryan nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
It's
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Bucs offense set in their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Hey, hold it. 50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds.
Here we go on fourth down now with Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Hey, 53. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Push him back. Push him back. Check, 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 check.
From midfield, here's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Wait, that wide 80. Rip. No chance. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Go bandit.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Check safety. Watch it. 83 in now. Switch gears. When he hits.
On second down. It's Vaughn, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
And it's third down.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Wait, that's 53 seconds. Don't let it breathe. Don't let it breathe. Watch it.
Now Jones. They showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
2nd down and goal. Brady, and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 48 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Rush in. 51, Sam.
Now Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. After the sack on 1st down, Ryan, open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they called the field general.
25. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
first down, it's Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Tackles.
And hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's got some space here. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now it's Gurley. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Down, ready, check, Let's go, D.
3rd and 2. Now Ryan. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a draw play for Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the 35 on 2nd down. Ryan looking in zone for Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now it's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you put in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Hey, 7.
Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, they'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it first. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off at the 22. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, 66.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. They find some open field here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Gronkowski the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. The final shot before half for Brady. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down and 4, Ryan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 36, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They run. It's Gurley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Ready? 280. 45. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball?
They'll go with Snell here on first down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check three. Ready to go.
Here's Snell yet again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Hey, let go. Hey, tight. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the run.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down.
21.
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. On 1st down, Jones. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. And the Buccaneer first down.
Check, Mike. Hey, Alabama. Come on, D. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
We got 3. We go bandit. 45, 45. Mike, 45. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 72.
From the gun, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just 1 fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40 and down to the 29-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check tight. Check tight.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Ready, blue 80. White 25. Space. Take you through.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. two able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it,
he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nope.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college. And our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Get that ball. Get that ball. 51 to Mike. Here we go, G. Here I come. Here I come. 51, Tom. 51.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. On 4th down, Ryan. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
So time.